What's the word, YouTube? It's your boy Weakside with another episode. You know the vibes. This episode we're gonna talk about how I did break my fork. I ain't gonna talk, bro. But I'm gonna brag a little bit. Feel me? I finally got this fork out of my right side. Feel me? It was kind of annoying, and I knew that I made the mistake when I was doing I watched in style a couple of days ago. I knew that I made the mistake, and I realized that when I put the do-rag on and I was rinsing my hand, I'm like, man, I think I created a fork. I got the video, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want to watch it, it's on my channel. You could check it in. So I'm gonna show you guys. I was brushing earlier, do a little brush section. I'm gonna show you guys right now how my pattern looks. I dyed my hair, by the way. I gotta do another section with the dye hair. I wanted to do it looks like a burgundy. I wanted to do like a reddish, like a not too bright reddish, but not candy red, but a little bit of red, but it didn't work out. So I'm gonna apply another red one to see, if I get what I need. I did the two tones. You can see I left the black, like a shadow, like two-tone, and then, regular red. So let me show you my pattern. I still got a lot of work to do in the crown, but, it's coming in little by little. I'm not rushing it. You see right here, let me show you. This is where I had the fork. You see right here, I had the fork in this one. This one right here was divided in two, because I was brushing wrong right here. Instead of brushing like this, I was brushing like this. Just in a sample, I was tilting the brush too slanted, and I was overlapping my angle. Instead of going here, I was dragging this one all the way here, because you got to do it by sections. So I was being desperate, and I was dragging the top angle. I was dragging into the right angle, and that's when I crashed it. So since I crashed it here, I crashed it with this one, and then when I broke it, you can see it went down, and it's still coming down, connecting with this one. So I gotta let my hand grow right here, so I could connect with this one. You see, and this one is going back again, and this one's going with this one, and so on. You see, everything is already aligned. Everything is good. I just gotta let my hand grow a little bit here, right here to this one. So that's no trick. Everybody knows that. It's two ways that you could break your angles, your fork. The first way that you could break your fork, it all depends where's your fork located. Some people got it on top, and some people got it in the corner. So I'm gonna give you the two definitions that you could use, and you could apply it in your waves and in your fork. I'm gonna give you two examples, right? You see me, my fork was close to the end, which is, close to my liner, which is, there's no hair there. So if you got your fork there, you could break it, or you could push it out. You see, it's two methods that you could do your forks. The sample, if your fork is all the way close to your crown, the best solution that you could do is to break it. Because by you breaking it, it takes less time for you to fix the fork. But if you want to push it out, it takes longer. The reason why it takes longer, because if your fork is all the way up here, let me use my hands so you can understand me. Sample, if your fork is all the way up here, right here, it takes longer for you to push it out. So your fork is gonna connect with this one, with this one, with this one, with all the waves that you have on the way. But if you could break the fork right here and connect it with the other one, it's gonna take you less time for you to connect your waves, for you to have a flow pattern. So I suggest, if you guys not rushing it, you could push it out. Just know that that fork is gonna collide with the other waves on the process to come out. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you put a vinyl, plastic vinyl in your temps, right? Like tinted windows, right? And it gets that little bubble. You use the spatula, right, to push the bubble out. What happens? The bubble's gonna travel the whole plastic to reach the corner of the glass to come out. That's an example that I'm making. So it's the same thing. You're gonna have to comb it and brush it every day and do at least twice wash styles a week for you to move the fork, because when your hair is wet, it's easier to manipulate your hair and to push forks out and to fix it. As long as you got a lot of hair, you understand? So that's why a lot of people woof when they got forks, and they woof for everything in general, for definition, or like to grow this side to be puffier. You see, like me, I gotta let this side grow so I could get the wave, you know, thicker and get a better definitions. That's why a lot of people woof a lot, because woofing give you a lot of results. It depends on what you're doing. If you want definition, you can woof. If you want to break a few forks that you have, you can woof. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stretch your waves and your hair to the maximum with a hard brush, you woof. In the process, the difference with the woof is that you got to maintain your woofing. I woof for 4 months. You know what I'm saying? So how to brush every day. Why? Because if you don't brush every day, well, you have a lot of hair. Your waves is gonna start disappearing, and your hair is gonna get all frizzy, and it's gonna look ugly, and it's gonna be a mess. So it's a maintaining. When you're woofing, you gotta maintain your woofing. You gotta brush at least twice a week. So every time that I'm working or I'm off, if I'm off, I let my hair breathe, you know what I'm saying? Because I have my do-rag all day when I'm working. I work 8 hours. When I come home, you know what I'm saying, I take my do-rag off, let my hand, you know what I'm saying, breathe, let my forehead breathe, because you got the do-rag all day. And I do sections in between time, you know, if I'm watching TV with my girl, or when I'm washing clothes, whatever that I'm doing, I make sure, you know what I'm saying, as soon as I finish, I come back, boom, boom, hit it with the 15, 20 minutes, boom, boom, and go back to do what I'm doing and come back until I go to sleep. That's me if I don't got no errands to run or whatever. If you got a tight calendar, if you want to be a waver, you can find some time. Anybody got time, so everybody can make time. You just got to make your schedule. So the way that you break the fork, the way that I was breaking my fork, I realized, you know what I'm saying, that I was brushing the, I was overlapping my angles. So I was pushing these angle right here, I was dragging it to my top right angle. So me dragging it create a fork. So as you can see right here, I had the fork right here in this wave right here. So I was dragging my brushing section this side. I was brushing it like this, dragging it all the way down, when I was supposed to do it by section. So what I realized is that I was dragging it, and then I started brushing the right way, right? Boom, 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 and then go by section. And that's when my hair started connecting. It started going back to his normal flow. That's when I knew, I'm like, okay, it's working. But at the beginning, I was doing cold sessions. You could do this cold session and you could mess with it. You know what I'm saying? You could go the opposite. You got to figure it out how your hair could flow better. If it flows better that side, go that way. You know what I'm saying? If it flows the other side, go that way. Don't try to, let me make an example. This is the short sample, right? I'm gonna make an example right here. You see, if it flows better like this, if you see that it's flowing better, it's connecting better, do it, because that's the way you want your hair to go. You see how it flows with mine? It's flowing better. So if it flows better for you, and you feel that it's connecting the right way, go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like the Migo says, go that way. But don't go the opposite, because then you're going to create a massive fork. So you're always trying to go, follow your guts. You know what I'm saying? If the gut say, yo, go try this way, try. You see, I'm trying it. I'm doing it for you guys so you can see. You see? If I know that it's working that way and it's connecting, why should I go the other side? And you can see the fork is right here. You see, it's coming down. It was up here. And look where it's at now. So eventually it's gonna come out here to my headline and it's gonna fade. So what's gonna happen is that this one is gonna connect. You see this one right here? It's gonna connect. And this one's gonna connect with this one right here. And the other one is gonna disappear. So I don't mind. So this one is gonna connect right here. It's gonna connect with this one right here. So I don't mind brushing it because I know eventually it's gonna come out because I'm brushing it the right way. And that's how you train your fork to come out. You could do cone sessions, and I suggest you do washing style. When you do a lot of washing style, like twice a week, and you focus on that fork, you know, after you're done brushing all your angles and everything is good, everything is flowing, you could go a little extra minutes on the fork. You don't have to you don't have to brush exact where the fork is. Just brush the same area you brushing the fork, right? Example, you see my fork is right here, right? So what I'm gonna do is this, look. Brush around it. You see? I'm using tip of the brush. I'm not using the whole brush. You see, earlier when I created the fork, I was brushing like this. You see my brush? Instead of brushing like this, which is forward here, I was brushing like this. You see, so I was overlapping this angle with this angle. And I realized that when I finished, I'm like, dang, I made a mistake. So what I did when I made another video, I started brushing the regular way, and that's when my waves started flowing the right way. As you can see, look, I'm brushing, and look at the waves, they flowing, you see? So what I did a section there, right? Boom, look, I'm gonna switch. You see, I'm not dragging. I'm taking time to go to the next one. You see? That's what you gotta do. You gotta do it by sections. Don't overlap. Overlapping is like if you come grab this one and drag it. Take your time. Okay, you're done with that one and go to the next one. You don't have to brush rushing, you know what I'm saying? That's what I tell you guys always. Pay attention when you're rushing. Look what you're doing. Because it's easy to get a fork, but it's hard to take it out. Look what happened to me. It's been a couple of days. Why? Because I'm spending time on it. You see, boom. Now I'm gonna go back to it. You see, I'm going back to it. That's what you gotta do. Don't focus on the fork. Just brush around the fork. Because you brush around the fork, you're forcing every hair in that area to go the way you want it, and the fork won't have that much energy to compete when you're brushing. Eventually he's gonna have to move out and he's gonna have to break because you're brushing all that area where the fork is. Feel me? All that area. Don't focus just on the fork. Focus on that area. Everything. If the fork is here, brush here, then brush here. Because remember, you're connecting everything. The pattern has to connect. So the fork won't have a choice to come out. It's gonna break eventually. So what I'm doing, I'm not breaking the fork. I'm moving the fork out. The reason why, because my fork is right here. If my fork were to be on top, I would have break it, because breaking it takes less time than pushing it. Pushing it takes more time because it got to travel through the pattern to come out. You know what I'm saying? So since my fork is right here, I don't have to break it. I just gonna brush normal, and eventually he just gonna have to give up because I'm brushing it the right way. So I'm gonna have to give up and come out, break, and everything's gonna back to normal. So you see, boom, I'm brushing it right. I'm going the right way. Look what I do. I take a pause, right? And then boom, I go to the next one. And that's what you gotta do. Don't drag your angles. Do it by sections. So you dedicate a couple of times on it. This is a softy brush, by the way. Dedicate a couple of times to it. You see? Eventually he's gonna have to come out. He's gonna connect with this one right here. And boom, that side's gonna be, by the way, this is my weak side. This is my strong side. As you can see, it's my strong side because I got a better definition and I got more connections. And top of everything, I'm lefty, so I got better balance on the left side. So I guess that's why this is my strong side. And I'm just using the tip of the brush to brush. I'm not using the whole brush. So I'm doing it by sections. You see, boom, there. Then I go to this one. And once again, I'm using half of the brush right here because this is the top. So, and that's how you do your brush sections. You do it by sections. Don't overlap your angles because that's how you're gonna create forks. And you're gonna get mad. You see, close to my crown. Boom. You see, now look how I changed my hands. You see? Close to the crown. Boom, you see? Then we'll go to the next one. You see? That's how you avoid overlapping, and that's how you avoid getting forks. Boom, right here. To the side, I use the vertical because I feel comfortable with vertical. You always gotta do a little bit of crown. Boom. You see? A little bit of crown, I'm just using the tip. You could use any brush with your crown, but I like curved brushes. Right there, and that's how you break a fork, okay? You guys gotta stay focused and stop overlapping your angles and stop being desperate, rushing out your brushes. Don't do that, you know what I'm saying? If you got a if it don't matter what brush you have, if you got a pond brush, you got a curve, or you got a flat, you could always do your crown with the tip. I started with flat brushes, okay? So you could use the tip for your crown. It don't matter if you're a beehive or swirl like me. You could use the tip. You gotta use your imagination, but you could get it done. So that's how you break your fork. After you break your fork, you know what I'm saying, just keep brushing. Memories, you know what I'm saying, use your memory to remember the way you brushing, and how you don't forget your angles is by brushing every day. If you stop brushing for a week or 2 weeks, you might create forks because you're gonna forget your pattern. You're gonna forget how you brush this side. Each side on your head is different. The whole 8 angles is the same, of course. 4 sides is the same, 4 sides is the same, but always is that little tweaking that you do with the brush they create a fork, and it's hard to take the forks out, especially when it's in top. You're gonna have to break it because if you push it out, it takes longer. So pay attention when you're brushing to avoid this type of forks, because it's gonna be a pain in the butt. But you know what I'm saying, I hope you guys pay attention. It's your boy OGWavy6. Like, subscribe with your friends, stay tuned, more flames coming up. I'm out of here. Peace and love.